Okay, so here we are back into business. I have to repeat everything for those that left the video before it finished. The game glitched on me, so I have to reload the previous save and go on from there. So I disabled this guy, and I'm heading right now to the shuttle bay to get my reward for saving those dudes in the capsule, and then we're going to go for Casper because Casper is blocking a lot of the doors everywhere. But right now, as I disabled Doll already, all the robot thingies are down, so it's only Casper blocking most of the doors. Oh, and regarding Mihaila Ilyushin's recording, you play the recording in your office, and she gets really angry. She starts fighting with, well, not fighting per se, just she's really angry with Dio, and Dio tries to explain the reasons behind everything on his own way. Like, oh, but they are going to be preserved for the future and this and that. He tries to make excuses, stating that it's something good what they did. So she gets angry, they fight.
Dr. Yu, Dr. Igwe, we have the subject, Dal, and his life signs are stable. Thank you. We are prepping him in the Neuromod division now. Come as soon as you can.
So they start. They have a verbal fight, not like a real fight. Verbal fight. Dayo, as always, as I mentioned before, he's like a little kid that needs to be loved and cared for. That's the word. But she's really pissed off, and a pissed off Russian is someone you don't want to mess with. Please deliver ASAP to PO Box 1127 in Fresno, California. This is a medical emergency. Your payment has already been transferred, and we are both at risk taking this off of the station. So please be discreet. I'm trusting you will do the right thing. Feedback. So, Mom, I sent you some special meths to help. Please follow the instructions carefully. I know you hate needles, but believe me, the neuromods can do miraculous things. I'll contact you soon, but remember not to mention any of this when communicating with me while I'm on Talos. Love you, Emanuela. She smuggled them. So yeah, they start fighting. Iwe starts saying that no, that she shouldn't consider they were killed, that they were preserved for the future, and that their abilities and mind and all that is what is going to help the future. And he's trying to make excuses for the bad things they've done, and she doesn't have anything. She's not going to stand for it. So she gets really pissed off, and she tells Morgan that he can go f himself practically, and in that he should just leave her be for the time being. And after a while, she stops being angry and she says, "You know what? I know that you are not the same Morgan that actually did this. I've seen it. You saved me when you didn't have to do it. So I know this is not you." And da da da. So let's continue doing what we're doing, no? And that's pretty much it for that part. And the rest, I hope, the rest of the conversations they have come come with the story, because if not, I'm going to be really pissed because of that glitch, because it shouldn't happen. I'm gonna check the machine anyway to see if you can actually see it in person, but I doubt it's gonna be there. I've checked like 5 times already. So guess. I mean, I'm not using PSI right now, but it's better than nothing. So, giraffe shaft. So I do believe there is not going to be any more side missions at all. I think we've done them all. At least those that didn't glitch out per Bethesda's operational procedures. But yeah, I do believe those were the last ones. So right now we're just going towards the end. This is like the final part of the game. It's gonna take, I don't know, 20 minutes max, 20, 30 minutes. So this might be a shorter video. And as I said before, this has my internet connection is crap when it comes to uploads. It's not symmetrical, so tech officer. We're gonna do the tech officer first. It's not symmetrical, so I have 30 gigabytes per second of download and 3 megabytes per second of upload. So 30 megabytes of download and 3 of upload. So it's kind of no, it's not Psychotronics where I need to go, not for Casper. Do I? Okay, he wasn't in Psychotronics. I guess he changed his location. That's something interesting because as far as I remember, on all of my playthroughs, it was in the Neuromod division, not in Psychotronics. Casper was where the helicopter was, and that's not Psychotronics. That's Neuromod division. So I guess it's different, and I just didn't get a good RNG. But anyway, uh, the upload is crap, and unfortunately, where I live, there is no other good service. There is one of the biggest services in Mexico is Telmex, and Telmex is crap with internet. So I don't use Telmex. I use Easy, it's called, and I don't know if I should have named the brands, but anyway, it might have been a bad idea. I don't know. I don't care. So I don't like the service, but it's the only service I have in here. It's the only service I have in here. There is another company. I'm not gonna name any names anymore because I shouldn't have. But there is another company that provides a symmetrical service. What that means, not asymmetrical, a space symmetrical service, which gives you, I don't know if it's 50 megabytes per second of
Hello,
upload.
are
It
you here for an
gives you
appointment?
as well.
Did you intend to damage me?
Warning, suit integrity damaged.
Maybe I can help you.
So yeah, there's another one. Where the hell are you? Oh, I found you.
System alert. Repairs needed. Please contact a qualified engineer.
How many are there? What? Fuck. Where the fuck So yeah, it gives you a symmetrical service, meaning that you get the same upload as you get download. It doesn't change. So if you hire 50 megabytes per second, then you get 50 megabytes per second up and down. It's way more expensive than the normal service, but it is worth it, especially for streaming and playing online and stuff. So yeah, that's really, really good. I want to get it, even if it's going to cost me double what I'm paying right now. But I cannot get it in this area. It's a very elitist. I don't know if it's called elitist in English, but it is very like preferential. It's just in certain areas of the city, not everywhere. And I have been asking, I have been calling them, and they say, no, it's not in our plans to go to your area. We stop in X, Y, and Z areas of the city. So, yeah, that's crap. Oh, so I I lost the track of what I was saying. So I was talking about my internet service because the upload is crap. I have to wait 5 to 6 hours until the full thing gets uploaded. 10 gigabytes video, which is an hour long video. It is a long time. I upload one video a day, especially the times when I'm not at. Oh, before I continue with that, this is the chipset that you actually get from the treasure hunt. A chipset crafted by Abigail Foy as a reward for those engaging in her treasure hunt. This is the Adventurer's Toolkit. So that one is this one. It gives you better recycler yield, increased range critical hit chance. That's why I get a lot of critical with my range. A more efficient flashlight, so that with this makes the flashlight last a lot longer, and you go through the vents faster. Which I mean, it's not that useful because you have a lot of vents to go to, but whatever. But considering the frame of what this is for, what this was created for, according to the story, it makes sense because for a game like Dungeons and Dragons assassin style game, it's perfect for you to sneak around. But anyway, where I was going with all this, Casper. Casper is probably up there. So what I
Welcome.
was going with all
Maybe I
this
can help you.
is that even if I try, especially when I am working, I cannot upload more than one a day, unfortunately, because I actually
Hello. Good to see you again, Dr. Yu.
have to work via Citrix, which is a virtual machine that uses not occupies uses electricity. My brain hasn't been working for the past couple of days, if you have noticed. I started these videos extremely well, and then my brain has just gone downhill. My ideas are all tangled up in my brain. So it uses internet, it uses bandwidth. So I cannot really upload that many, especially when I am at work or when it's my work day, because it takes 5 6 hours for each video to be
Hello. Good
uploaded
to see you
at my
again, Dr.
current
Yu.
speed. Shut up, I'm talking. So yeah, it's kind of not possible. As I use this computer both for gaming and my work, it's kind of a good computer. Not that good, but it's not a crappy one. Where the fuck is Casper? Was he here? No. So I use it for both things, I cannot take the risk of the computer dying on me.
Hello, Dr. Yu.
So I cannot really like. Where? Oh, it's up here. It's probably somewhere around here on this side. I cannot take the risk of the computer dying, and if I just never turn it off, I know it's not gonna die in 1, 2 years. Work computers are alive for a long time, and this is has good materials. It has random materials. It's not cheap ones. So I doubt it would die in a year, 2 years, if it was always active. And I just don't want to risk it.
Aperture clear. Operator report.
Can't believe that guy didn't realize that I was doing
Operator approach.
it. So yeah, I cannot. I don't want. I can, but I don't want to leave the computer on to upload videos. I want to upload them while I am doing other stuff. So. Where's Casper? So I can upload 2 videos at a time.
Operator ready to deploy. Please stand clear of aperture.
Tech officer, it says is there, but it's 104 minutes. What the fuck? There's nothing to this side. Let's see, let's go up again. Okay, at least now we have a
Requesting
marker.
new operator.
That marker makes 0 sense at all. Move, Sciencey! Material extraction, maybe? Nope. Where the fuck is Casper? It's just that side, 40 meters. I'm looking towards that side. So maybe in the director's of. Oh, I know where it is at. Why didn't I check that? You'll see how stupid I am.
Welcome. Maybe I can help you. Hello. Nice to see you.
It's either here or back there. Yeah, back there. So the director's office.
This is Casper. Status report. All major servers and terminals are locked down. Weapon intercept protocols are in operation. Searching it.
I want to see what happens if we hack him instead of destroying him. If I'm not an idiot. Because I've always killed Casper, and this guy Dahl always asks where is Casper. So what happens if I hack Casper instead of killing him? Does he go with us on the end?
Ghost Job Intercept D operating.
Doors are working again, Morgan. Nice work. I'm taking what's left of my crew to the atmosphere controls and life support. We're going to clear out those shitkid operators and make sure there are no more mishaps with the air on this station.
Data Vault DVM-3. Prior ejection.
Dal populated his entire crew with customized operators. He made the mistake of hanging his hopes on a machine. Flesh and blood is messy, Morgan, but it's the only thing that matters in the end. Well done.
Welcome.
The
Maybe
upload
I
just
can help
kicked
you.
in. Meet me in the operatum.
Hello. Nice
We have
to
important
diagnosing.
work to do.
Bruising, abrasions, fatigue. Nothing life-threatening. Please, hold still. This will only take a moment. All done.
So there we go. And yeah, I mean,
Dr. Yu.
most likely just a couple of people will see these videos, so I might repeat it if I'm asked for it. But my rig, if you see, the game looks good. It's in I do believe it's in Ultra. Let's see. Options. Video. Well, I actually used the specific settings that NVIDIA GeForce shows. So, yeah, well, yeah, you see it's very high, SMA 2TX. This is not a new game, so many old computers could run this in high or very high, most likely. I'm not entirely sure. I haven't checked the specs for the game. But my rig is an X99 motherboard with is the Gaming Pro from Asus and the i7 6700K, which is the freed one, not the overclockable one. The K versions. So it's the K version, and I have 16 gigabytes of RAM. I have two hard drives of 2 terabytes each. I want to buy an SSD because I didn't have one. Travel. I did click that, didn't I? No. Okay. And I have a 1660 OC version. It's funny because when you go to compare graphics cards versions, this one does not appear in there. Is better than the 1660 normal. I am not sure if it's better than the Ti. I doubt it, but it's the 1660 OC, and it gives me really, really good things. I mean, newer games like which one's the newest game I have? Oh, the Jedi whatever. Oh, what's it called? Oh, we need to go to meet Dr. Igwe. The the Star Wars game that is actually a canon game that talks about a Jedi Padawan that escapes and hides away and stuff. That game, which is relatively new, it can be played with this rig, the specifications I gave you in Ultra. Uh, Far Cry New Dawn and the original one, the original Far Cry 5, they play in Ultra as well without any problem at all. So it's really good, really, really good. It's not the best. I don't have RTX, but still, it is really good for the cost. I mean, I got the card in a promotion. I don't even remember how much it was. But it was a very good promotion. I paid and it was worth it. So if you can get that card, if you're in a budget and you can get the 1660 OC, the overclocked edition, I would really recommend it. It's really good.
System alert. Repairs needed.
Why did I started saying this? Oh yeah, because I was saying that I don't want my computer to die and stuff. So yeah, it's not a bad setup, but I still don't want to risk it. So I'm gonna upload one video per day. And after we finish this one, I'm going to go and actually finish. I don't remember where it was. Alien Isolation. So I no, actually, I am going to go to something else because I want to record Alien Isolation. I haven't actually played Alien Isolation fully, so I want to record that one without being something that I've played before, at least not in its entirety. So I'm gonna wait.
Dr. Yu, Morgan, I was afraid you wouldn't make it. The subject, Dahl, has been secured. I believe I've isolated the correct neuromod. It is essential we say as little as possible of what has happened on the station and focus on the situation. Dahl, if memory serves, should resort to field training and react accordingly. He was never one to question orders. Ready when you are, Morgan. Remember, If this works, say nothing.
So yeah,
When extracted,
sorry.
Dahl's memory should revert back to the inception date, and he should forget his assignment here.
I want to get a little bit more water.
Dr.
Again.
Yu,
So
ready when you are.
I'm ready.
What? Who are you? Morgan? Your father's been asking about you. And Alex. I was supposed to report to him about her retrieval after modding up. Where am I? Why am I restrained?
Commander, Dahl, I am Dr. Igwe, Chief Physician here.
I've seen your face in the company directory. Alex's pet. The discredited parapsychologist.
Commander Dahl, you've suffered a severe head injury as a result of a crisis here on the station. We need to evacuate at once, but we couldn't leave without you. Are you able to pilot a shuttle?
What? Yes, of course I can pilot. Wait, what emergency? Is this Argus installation? Where's Casper?
I'm afraid there's no time to explain. We need to get to the shuttle bay and prepare for departure. Transtar mandate. Dr. Yu can confirm.
Of course. Morgan, you look like shit. Alright, let's get Daddy's precious child off the station, or Transtar will blackbox me.
So he was the star child, the precious
Just
little
need to
child.
check your vitals. Wouldn't want our pilot to faint.
There's nothing wrong with me.
Morgan, we're in life support now. It's all clear. Air's normal across the board. I lost some good people fighting the black boxes. And Dahl wasn't here. If you see him before I do, make him pay.
Okay.
Elazar out.
I don't know what I was talking about, but
It's
come
by
on,
design that
really?
I can predict what you're going to do fairly often. And yet, this turn of events with Dahl, I'm impressed and surprised you've managed to find a way to get remaining crew off the station.
Okay. So, yeah, I am going to do something that I probably shouldn't do. This is the last video. I mean, we're almost to the end, and it's going to be way shorter than the other videos. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to live support to see the survivors, because it is actually weird. I thought that's why I killed all of the operators. I didn't leave anyone alive, because I wanted to check. Last time, more than half of the people that was in the cargo bay area, the ones that you rescue from all the typhoons outside of the cargo area, more than half of them died on my last playthrough. More than half. Only it was only the Officer Rose or Officer Flowers, the black dude that was terrified because of the Weaver transforming Enoch into a Typhon. He survived, and the who else? Well, of course, Elazar, because Elazar always survives after you rescue her. Unless you attack her, she never dies by Typhon means or whatever means. Uh, why? Unless you kill her, so she's for sure that survives. But it was Elazar. It was that guy, the Rose guy, I think he was, and one other guy, and the rest were dead. So I thought, okay, when I record it, I'm going to kill all of them, of the operators, so that there is nothing at all in there. Again, as if it just exploded. That's always there as well. So I did that. I didn't leave any single operator alive, and she still says that they died fighting the operators. I want to check what exactly happened, and if they are all dead, if they are all alive, because it's kind of annoying if they are dead. Because then what's the point? If your choice makes no difference, what's the point? I mean, practically everything is scripted in this game. There's very few random things, so it might be that this is actually scripted, but that would suck really bad because you actually have two decisions to make. I mean, you have heard it. You can actually destroy the station or do the null wave thing. So if you have a semblance of choice of options, and everything you do doesn't matter on the end, then it's the same story as The Walking Dead on the end. It was really disappointing for me. Okay, let's see. Yeah, Austin Cool is dead. How the fuck did he die if all of the operators were dead? Maybe mimics or something. So Austin Cool is dead, which is kind of annoying. He was the guy that opened the door for me. So yeah, that makes this game a little bit sucky for Kevin Cage as well. Ah! How are they alive?
Suit integrity damaged.
I took care of Caspar and the other guy already, and I killed all of them.
Aperture clear. Operator deployment resuming.
See? They're... This doesn't even have any military operators anymore. I killed them all. So this is scripted, and that's bullshit. Then it doesn't matter what you do. I mean, it doesn't change that the game is really good, but it does actually make me angry that your decisions... See, the Asian lady that was in the station as well, in the cargo bay station, that's crap! Sam Hart's? That
With the
was
lifts
one...
operational, we could start taking back the station.
Fuck off. He was one
This
of
doll
the...
fight's as clean as a typical TranStar officer. No offense.
This guy was one of the guys that was in the window. Ekaterina Mulzaev, the girl that was freaking out. Elazar. Darcy Maddox, one of the guards. Rani Chowdhury, who is the one that you rescued from the gardens thing. So Officer Rose also died. I can assure you that as this is scripted and it's bullshit, I can assure you that... Yeah, this one was already like that. I can assure you that if we went all the way to Cargo Bay and we looked on the way, there would be the bodies of the rest of them in there as well. This is bullshit.
Jean, it's Mariana. I can't get in. I tried the airlock at power plant, but it's got some kind of a lockdown on it. And there's something else. I saw something when I was checking the last O2 station. An ovoid mass. Roughly the size of a truck, maybe? Hard to tell because it was silhouetted. I mean, it could have just been debris, loose tubing, I don't know, but it scared the shit out of me. God, I sound crazy. Just gotta breathe. I'm gonna try another airlock, then I'll call back.
Diagnosing superficial injuries. Nothing a portable medical kit could handle. I'll have you feeling better soon. There. All better. Please fill out a patient experience questionnaire so I can serve you better next time.
So Mariana was the Latin woman that we found outside when I was scanning the coral. I think that you didn't hear me, so I'm going to repeat that one because the microphone was a little bit far away. So I think no, I don't think, I know. Mariana Arias was the woman that was outside in between the whole walls where the coral was, in one of those little side, like, walkways, you could call them. That was around the coral hearts. She's the Latin woman that was. What was the transcribe? Oh yeah, she was apologizing to her family because she wasn't going to see them again and stuff. So that's Mariana Arias. And Jim Forey was the girl that we found hidden in one of the air passages. Yeah, it was in the reactor area. So she was probably trying to open an airlock for Mariana, for all we know. So now we have, as I said, we have like 20 more minutes. And I've been ranting a lot in this video. You might already be tired of me talking.
For an appointment?
See? All of the operators go down when I go into the room, so why the fuck are those cryptographs? It just makes it worthless. I mean, next time, I am going to kill all of the humans, all of the survivors. I mean, it's an achievement, and it's part of a way you get a key card that you wouldn't get any other way. It's kind of extremely annoying. So what? Because not so. Because why is the point on losing so much time? Because it's actually a loss of time. I mean, I am lucky enough as to be able to play a lot because I don't really have a family. I am not married. I want to, but I am not married yet. Um, well, I can spend pretty much all the day if I want. I need studying and stuff, but I can spend the whole day playing a video game without anyone telling me not to, without any problem. Not everyone can do that. And some people, they get really invested in characters in video games, just like me. I mean, I am the opposite in this way. As I said before, I don't get scared easily in video games. But on the other side, I do get invested in the characters in the video games and stuff like that. So people like me, but that don't have all the time in the world to be able to play a video game 8 to 10 hours a day, it is kind of annoying that you invest 2 hours or so.
Please contact a qualified engineer.
2 hours or so rescuing characters in the
Good
game.
evening, Talos. Registration for the
them to die
Talos
in the end.
Employees Talent Show is now open. See Galen in the crew quarters front desk to reserve a slot.
I mean, it is always a possibility in a situation like this. People is going to die even if you try to rescue them. But when you are making sure that everything is done on a way so that they can survive, and then scripted stuff happens and they die, that's bullshit. It's annoying.
Hello, nice to see you.
No, the office is there. Oh my god. I woke up like 4 or 5 hours ago and I'm already sleepy again. That's unbelievable.
Please pay attention. Repairs needed.
know I'm wasting bullets like crazy because we're almost to the end right now. There is really nothing.
Repairs needed. Please contact a qualified engineer.
There is really nothing that dangerous that is going to happen anymore. It's going to occupy a lot of bullets. So yeah, I didn't actually activate that objective. Signals implicit. Okay, this one's on. So I'm gonna put the microphone away right now because there's a lot of talking, so I don't want to overlap with them, and I am pretty sure that you're sick of my voice right now.
I promised you my arming cape. All I ask is you hear me out first. And you can blow Talos one to pieces if that's what you think is best. I don't think you'll do it. I know. Because I used to think we couldn't be trusted to play with fire without burning the house down. But you convinced me. You showed me anything was possible, even if the price was steep. That part of you is still in there. We can make history, Morgan. Not those leeches on the TranStar board of directors, not Mom and Dad. You and I. Just like we planned. We've got the data to confirm what you suspected. And Carl is broadcasting a neural signal. A secret message reaching to the stars. What I want to know is what is the message? And who is listening to it? I think you know. Ever since we first tested the Typhon neuromods, you've known. This fabrication plan is for the null-wave device prototype you conceived. It will hijack the coral signal and use it to deliver a massive shock to every Typhon organism at once. Take it. And the army key, like What? Morgan!
Okay, so there we go. This is almost the end. So you do have the option of leaving him there or saving him. Oh wait, what? So I thought at first that how the hell does Alex survive if the hull is broken and, you know, no more electricity. I'll put that later on. No more electricity, no more oxygen and stuff. But if you see, Morgan is also not using a mask, so the oxygen is fine. That thing is not allowing the oxygen to go away, I guess. Okay, so...
Well, here we are. Hopefully you'll never have to let...
Okay.
Morgan, thank you for what you did. You could have left me to die. It's more important than ever now that we finish this the right way. Take care of the null-wave device. I'll head for the bridge as soon as I catch my breath.
So that's actually something that didn't happen to me before because I had I didn't find it this time. I don't know why, but I had a little psychoscope thingy that prevented me from getting scared and getting any damage. And actually, January will call you and tell you something about that in just a minute. But yeah, what I was saying is you could just leave him to die, but I didn't want to. So I'm gonna wait until January calls because he's going to interrupt the transcribe as well. So I'm actually going to save the game in here so that I can show you another of the ends, the actual first end that you can get ever, so that I can reload in here. Oh, and yeah, so what was I saying? Hmm, I don't remember.
Morgan, you anticipated the kind of appeal Alex would make. Sibling bonds. History. You programmed me to refute him point by point. However, we can skip that. A typhon the size of a skyscraper is currently eating Talos 1 for lunch. Ergo, Alex is wrong. Destroy the station. Just as you planned. The blast will take the monster down with it.
Destroy the station? But didn't you hear him? The null wave. Alex is correct. It could work and preserve what we have learned here. We have to try.
Igwe, look at the alien outside the station.
Of course it's a risk, but we've seen the generator work. To destroy all this, to murder a species, and the research lost. It's...
January's right, Morgan. We can't let these things get back to Earth, even if one of them hit Earthside.
Morgan, please. Destroying the station should be the last option, not the first.
How the hell did it not finish? So let's see. Determine control without limits, create a part and always device.
All systems operational. Thank you. Diagnosing superficial injuries. Nothing a portable medical kit can handle. This won't take long. All done. You can fill out a service questionnaire at the front desk.
Well, actually, did we? No, we didn't. We're missing one.
Hello,
I'm gonna
are you here?
grab that one as well. So right now you have multiple choices. You can actually go
There you are.
arm the bomb. Where's Dio? Oh, Dio is with Call. You can actually go and arm the bomb. That's one option, which we're going to do. I'm going to go and arm the bomb, and then I'm going to go and do the null wave thing. You can arm the bomb, and you can do the null wave, both of them at the same time without actually activating them. You have the option towards the end, so don't worry about that. And friends right now because you're at the end of the game, so.
Morgan.
The heart of the coral is in psychotronics, in the original containment cylinder. Placing the null-wave device there will override the entire coral network with our own signal. Use your psychoscope to locate the exact spot.
So, no, actually, the choice you have up there is. I am just going to make sure that I don't screw up. I'm gonna save again.
Scanning
We have two
target
save
for alien
points.
material detected.
We're going to first go to the heart of the coral.
Good evening, Talos. We'd like to remind you that company policy requires you to log.
Oh, let me check the hour because I almost need to log in. Yep, I need to log in. So,
If the idea hasn't occurred to you, I'm sure it will eventually. Don't do it. I can't predict what would happen if you scan the apex, but all my models point to suffering.
I did, and it was suffering. So give me just a second, I'm going to log in. I probably shouldn't say this. Don't follow this example, but I'm going to log in on my cell phone.
Log submitted.
The reason why I'm still going on is because it's just like 10 more minutes maximum.
Hello, are you here for an appointment?
Hello.
No.
My mistake.
Is this guy even alive anymore?
Dash CN9 black box operator ready to deploy. Please stand clear of altitude.
Really? Yeah, that was.
Aperture cleared. Operator deployment resuming.
I don't have the slightest idea of why that is happening right now. Where is the entrance? Here is the entrance. But I just want to check, is that guy still alive? alive.
Target, no Typhon material
The
detected.
a-hole is still alive. So you're locked in there. You're not coming with us, my friend.
Suit integrity damaged.
Okay, so here we are. Where? Oh yeah, there. There's the heart.
You better do something. The reconstruction is destabilizing.
They're lying to you.
Hurry.
That should do it. Come to the bridge. We can finish this thing once and for all.
Okay, so yeah.
Assume Alex's plan succeeds. Then what? You're taking a massive gamble that there aren't more predators like the Typhon. In the history of the universe, humans have only recently become self-aware. Yet you're going to kick the door open on a much wider and older cosmic ecology. One that feeds on consciousness. These are shark-infested waters. Alex believes we can be the bigger shark. But what if we're just poor swimmers?
Hello,
And now there's blood in the
are you here
water.
for an appointment? Diagnosing superficial injuries. Nothing a portable medical kit could handle. Try to relax. Good as new. Please fill out a patient experience questionnaire so I can serve you better next time.
You probably didn't see me there.
Okay, so yeah. We are going to go to the reactor and activate, well not activate, set up everything because it's going to be decided in the bridge. So we can have both of them so that you can see both endings if you haven't already. And the reactor is in the life support area.
Hello, nice to see you.
So, yeah. So, as I said before, the workstation where you do that is in the bridge as well. So right now we have both of them. You apex shit. You're not gonna get me. I'm rushing everywhere. So that way, I'm gonna save when we are in the station.
Welcome. Maybe I can help you.
First, I am going to kill January and do the station save thingy. And we can access the bridge from the Arboretum. Okay. Of course, in this situation, you could actually just go crazy, killing everything, but we're almost to the end, and yeah, there's no point, because you don't actually keep anything but the abilities. Everything else disappears in a New Game Plus, so there is no point in restocking and stocking and stocking and stocking if you're just going to lose everything. So I am going to go to the Arboretum. I am going to make a pit stop in the Arboretum so that I create all of the newer mods I have to enable all of the human abilities I can, so that we're almost full with those. For the New Game Plus, which I'm not going to record actually. It's gonna be the same, just with alien abilities, so there's not much difference. Story is the same. The only change is that actually it isn't January that calls you and tells you that the nightmare is chasing you. It is Alex that calls you and tells you.
This is a reminder that the identity of guests visiting Talos is strictly confidential.
It is Alex that calls you and tells you that because you used the Typhon ability Neuromob, that creature started chasing you. So that's the only difference between using only human abilities and human and Typhon abilities. Shit. Oh, they are not working anymore, so never mind. going to quick save here. And gonna show you... Actually,
Morgan,
it's gonna be...
don't. I'm only a shallow copy of you, and I know better than to abandon Talos 1. If you leave now, you're only delaying the inevitable. Where do you think the Typhon will go next?
So yeah, I'm not gonna do that because then I would be ruining the real ending. So we're gonna do the real ending first. Actually, we're gonna do the real ending first, and then we're going to do the secondary ending. And then I'm going to do the shuttle so that I can go to a recycler, to a crafter, and craft all the normals. I don't know why I didn't think of doing that when I was in the lobby, but anyway.
Morgan, Igwe, what's the update on our patient?
Commander Dahl is making a speedy recovery, and we are making our way to the shuttle bay. I have informed him of the threat to the station, and...
Fine, Morgan, I'll meet you in the shuttle bay.
So let me... So I'm gonna save again in here, just so that we don't need to run all the way again. So this is the null wave device. I'm gonna do this one first. What? Oh, I need to kill...
Who? What am I talking to?
Morgan.
Morgan?
I am not going to
Maybe.
kill you yet.
I see a person who looks like Morgan. You?
Morgan, be cautious. Your brother is unstable. He may not permit you to activate the self-destruct. Also, he's armed.
Unstable? Is that a joke, operator? You've let this machine poison you. I wish you understood. I've bet the course of this entire station around what you wanted. I let you persuade me. And now you're gonna throw it all away? Just stop and think for one goddamn second, Morgan.
The safety is off on his firearm.
I think you've said enough. I would never harm you, Morgan. Never. This machine, it had your voice. I knew from the video you'd done something with operators, but this? It's not too late, you know. We can still salvage this. You change your mind once, you can change it again. I won't stop you if you decide to end it all. I told you I wouldn't. So, what's it gonna be?
I don't know what it depends on. And this came as a surprise as well because I never choose this ending. I love to replay games, but I usually do the same choices over and over again. And so I had never ever seen Alex shooting January. The very first playthrough, I did the same as I am doing right now. I wanted to see both endings, and actually January stunned him, and January told me he wouldn't let me do anything but destroy the ship, and I had to fight January if I wanted to destroy the ship. That's why I came with this ready, because I was going to destroy January, and Alex did, which is interesting. There is no machining here, so I am going to save the game again, but not an old save, just this one as well. And I am going to...
It's not too late. We can still turn this around. The prototype null-wave device will work, but you have to hurry.
I am going to do the real ending first, and you will see after the credits why I am saying this is the real ending. And everything will make sense. That the other thing that I want you to remember is there was...
I'm surprised that you primed the arming keys. Perhaps you see that as a precaution, but I assure you it won't be necessary. The null-wave device will work. It should only take a few seconds for a signal to propagate through the core and lobotomize every Typhon on Talos 1,
but there is alien matter
including the
creeping
big one
through the hull.
outside.
You
The
have
rest
to
of
move.
us should get away with a mild
Gosh,
headache.
every
I'll let
window
you
in
do
this
the honors,
station. It's
but you
engulfing
better
the
hurry.
place. It's everywhere.
So yeah, this shuttle, I let it go. I mean, if by now you haven't figured out that, then this is not a spoiler anymore. So I did let the shuttle go. That doesn't change anything on the end if you let it go or not, but I did that for a reason. So now you're just going to see everything. I am not going to talk anymore because there's a long thing coming on. So there we go.
What is a neuromod? Well, it's both an easy answer and a complicated one at the same time. It is the future, today. More importantly, our past, today. This is the work TranStar does. Every employee working together. It's immortality. And it is beautiful.
I believe I cannot move forward in the credits. So this is just an image of when it happened. But yeah, I believe we cannot move forward, so we're gonna have to watch till the end. Actually, you can. I leave the credits entirely at the end, the last ending, but yeah, you just click escape and you
It's finished. How did it do?
Activation of the mirror neurons is promising. Empathy quotient shows to be exceptionally high.
It probably thinks it was dreaming, that nothing mattered.
You're assuming it thinks like us.
Its life depends on it. Ours too. It all comes down to the choices it made.
It saved me from the cargo container. I would have suffocated otherwise, and later it recovered the Leitner connectomes. They were of no practical use, except that they were deeply meaningful to me. It's remarkable that it never installed a single Typhon-based neuromod. In my view, this demonstrates a strong identification with us, but its most surprising act was sparing Dar. While perhaps for purely selfish reasons, this, at least in principle, enabled others to escape Talos 1.
Michaela.
I would have died without my medication. That wasn't easy. That says a lot, I think, about its heart. Can I say that it has a heart? Then, there was a man in psychotronics, Ingram. It let him go. Was that mercy?
Would you let it live?
Yes.
Sarah, you're next.
The situation in the cargo bay was bad. None of us would have survived without its help, and it destroyed a large number of Typhon across the station. That has to be a good sign. Further, it thwarted Dar's attempt to use us as hostages. If it were one of my officers, I would give it a commendation.
Danielle, what do you say?
It found me. It didn't need to, but it did. I asked it to stop Volunteer 37. That was dangerous. No way to be sure, but I think it has a sense of retribution. There were a lot of humans controlled by the Typhon that it could have harmed. Seems like it went out of its way to avoid that. I think it's worth the risk.
In the end, he chose to activate the null wave device. Why? To preserve the Typhon technology? We can't really know what its motives were for anything it did.
But we have to make a choice. You can hear us, can't you? Here. I want to show you something. What you experienced was a reconstruction based on Morgan's memories.
That's the world today.
We spent years trying to put what you can do into us. We never tried putting what we can do into you. Until now. You're the bridge between our species. I need to know if you see us. I mean, really see us. Take my hand if you do.
And of course, as this was a good ending, I'm going to take Alex's hand.
We're gonna shake things up, like old times.
So it was 22 hours and 50 minutes. We rescued 19. We killed 2 humans. Who who 2 humans? What? What 2 humans? I didn't kill any humans. But anyway, maybe not directly. Human abilities acquired 49. Typhon powers acquired 0. So that's the good ending, the canonic ending. And why do I say it's the canonic ending if there is no actual explanation to the endings? Because of all the actions that Morgan makes, he tries to save people. He lets the shuttle go. If Alex didn't let anyone go, how did the Typhon invade Earth? If they were able to invade Earth on their own, they would have done it already. They came in that little ship. That little ship was captured and set inside of Talos. So, in my opinion, if they weren't able to get to Earth before, they got to Earth because of either the shuttle that Morgan let go, or the 2 guys that he rescued in the escape of, the a-hole woman and the guy that was in love with her. So that's how I think it happened. Now that is for the for the good ending, and as well all the other people that he rescued, they left in the shuttle with Dahl. So that's what I think at least. So now let's load the game again and see the bad ending.
Morgan, Igwe, what's the update on our patient?
Commander Dahl is making a speedy recovery, and we are making our way to the
What?
shuttle bay.
No. This is not the save I wanted. Duh. Talos Campaign 2.
I'm surprised that you primed the arming case. Perhaps you see that as a precaution, but I assure you it won't be necessary. The no-wave device will work. It should only take a few seconds for a signal to propagate through the coral and lobotomize every Typhon on Talos 1, including the big one outside. The rest of us should get away with a mild headache. I'll let you do the honors, but you better hurry.
This is a no. Okay, no. So there are two options here. One, you go to the shuttle. One, you stay with your brother. So we're gonna do the first one. You stay with your brother. Then we go to the shuttle so that you can see both endings, both bad endings.
Morgan, I don't know if you've seen, but there is alien matter ripping through the hull. You have to move.
I wish there was
Gosh,
something I could have said to
every
snap you
window in
out
this
of this.
station. It's engulfing the place.
Fugue.
It's everywhere.
It's my fault. I gambled too much. And the worst part? It isn't losing the station or the tech. It's you. I lost my brother. That is a mistake I will never recover from.
Warning, reactor detonation imminent.
So
Please
first,
evacuate Talos 1.
we're going to sacrifice ourselves and just see the destruction of the station from here.
I keep having this dream.
So I'm gonna see if I can actually load from here. I cannot. Oh yeah, I can. So I'm not going to do that. I am going to go back to the Talos Bridge as a manual save. How to save the manual save. So I'm going to go back to Talos, to the destruction path. But instead of staying with Alex, I am going to go on the shuttle. So that you see, it's very little conversation really, but so that you can see that
I'm surprised that you primed the arming case. Perhaps you see that as a precaution, but I assure you it won't be necessary. The no-wave device will work. It should only take a few seconds for a signal to propagate through the coral and lobotomize every Typhon on Talos 1, including the big one outside. The rest of us should get away with a mild headache. I'll let you do the honors, but you better hurry.
Warning, reactor detonation imminent. Please evacuate Talos 1.
I wish there was something I could have said to snap you out of this. Fugue. It's my fault. I gambled too much. And the worst part?
Morgan, I don't know if you've seen,
station.
but there is alien matter ripping through the hull. You have to move. Gosh, every window.
Arboretum, yeah. It's the Arboretum. So I didn't let Alex continue talking because it is the exact same speech that he gave before.
Detected.
And we need to hurry up.
Reactor detonation imminent.
The shuttle is ready to go, Morgan. I'll wait a few minutes before detonation, but then I'm gone. You're on your own after that.
System alert. Repairs needed.
Warning, reactor detonation imminent. Please evacuate Warning, reactor detonation imminent. Please evacuate Talos 1.
Operator deployment resuming.
Warning, reactor detonation imminent. Please evacuate Talos 1.
So all the survivors are back there. 24 people survived. Those 6 in here.
Morgan,
Aaron
we should
Ingram.
go.
So he did come.
I thought they
locked
wasn't
him
gonna let
up.
me in at first. On account of this volunteer
Warning,
get up.
reactor detonation imminent.
Are you waiting for an
Evacuate
invitation?
Talos 1.
You made it. Look, I know what happened. You aren't solely to blame. You helped me and my officers when we needed it. I'll be sure to let Earthside know what you did to help us in the cargo bay.
Dr. Yu, Morgan, it was an honor to work with you on Talos. And your brother. And thank you for retrieving Leitner's remains. Maya always loved the sound of his playing. I couldn't let it die with the station. His was a rare gift, and his skill should be shared. Not only with me, but with others.
Боже мой, please, take your seat.
What if I don't want to? Huh? You know what? I am going to save here as well. I might not show this. I'm going to load it after I finish the video. But I want to see what happens.
I didn't
if,
come all this way to die now, Morgan.
if I
Put
don't
your
actually
ass
get on.
in that seat.
I am going to check that after we finish the
Warning,
video.
reactor detonation
Ready or not,
imminent.
starting debark operations. Pre-flight check is who gives a shit. Hang on to your seat. This will be a rough ride.
I keep having this dream.
So actually I keep having this dream, tells us, or at least that's what I understand, that actually Morgan, as many others that were using the neuromods, Morgan was actually transforming into a phantom, not a phantom, a typhon. So I do believe this is what happened. Morgan transformed into a phantom, but he was captured because he was in the simulation. You know, well, not the simulation, in the room. He was in the loop. Okay, so he turned into a phantom, and he was captured by Alex. All of the other guys, Dio and Elazar, and all the robots that are on the end, they all die in Talos, but they are preserved. Their memories or something are preserved in the machines. And Alex is the only survivor. So he puts in, I don't know, mother cells or whatever inside of the original Morgan who became a Typhon to like get him back. And that's why on the end when you give him the hand, actually let's just, that's why on the end when you give him the hand, if you decide to give him the hand, he transforms into human again, because he was originally Morgan as far as I understand it. So there, that's that. Now I am going to kill them.
It's finished. How did it do?
Activation of the mirror neurons is promising. Empathy quotient shows to be exceptionally high.
It probably thinks it was dreaming, that nothing mattered.
You're assuming it thinks like us.
Its life depends on it. Ours too. It all comes down to the choices it made.
It saved me from the cargo container. I would have suffocated otherwise, and later it recovered the Leitner connectomes. They were of no practical use, except that they were deeply meaningful to me. It's remarkable that it never installed a single Typhon-based neuromod. In my view, this demonstrates a strong identification with us, but its most surprising act was sparing Da. While perhaps for purely selfish reasons, this, at least in principle, enabled others to escape Talos 1.
And you can see the shoes.
Michaela.
I would have died without my medication. That wasn't easy. That says a lot, I think, about its heart. Can I say that it has a heart? Then, there was the man in psychotronics, Ingram. It let him go. Was that mercy?
Would you let it live?
Yes.
Sarah, you're next.
The situation in the cargo bay was bad. None of us would have survived without its help, and it destroyed a large number of Typhon across the station. That has to be a good sign. Further, it thwarted Dar's attempt to use us as hostages. If it were one of my officers, I would give it a commendation.
Danielle, what do you say?
It found me. It didn't need to, but it did. I asked it to stop Volunteer 37. That was dangerous. No way to be sure, but I think it has a sense of retribution. There were a lot of humans controlled by the Typhon that it could have harmed. Seems like it went out of its way to avoid that. I think it's worth the risk.
In the end, it chose to destroy Talos 1. Why? To protect Earth? We can't really know what its motives were for anything it did.
But we have to make a choice. You can hear us, can't you? Here. I want to show you something.
So you can even see that the hands are Typhon hands, but they are more hands than...
What you experienced was a reconstruction based on Morgan's memories.
Than the tentacles that they have.
That's the world today. We spent years trying to put what you can do into us. We never tried putting what we can do into you. Until now. You're the bridge between our species. I need to know if you see us. I mean, really see us. Take my hand if you do.
And actually, you can hear one of them. I think it was Dio, trying to, I don't know, to appeal to Morgan's humanity. He said Morgan as if, no, Morgan, don't do it, Morgan. So yeah, I wholeheartedly believe that this was Morgan. He was morphed into a Typhon because of the neuromods that he used, that many neuromods, just as Yuri Kimura or the others. And that's how he became a Typhon, and they were trying to bring back his humanity. And actually, that makes sense with a lot of what Alex says all over the place from the beginning to now. He wants his brother back, the original one, the unchanged one. So I do believe that's the reality here. I do believe that's what happened. Unfortunately, there is no sequel to this. I wish that it were, but there isn't. And the DLC, which I'm not going to play, I have it and I hated it. Has no explanation to this, nothing at all. So yeah, I believe that's actually what happened. That's my belief. I could be wrong, but I believe that's the reality. So now the last thing we're gonna do is we're going to use the escape pod. That's actually a faster end than the one in here. So load game, campaign 2, it's Arboretum, Arboretum, Arboretum. The oldest one from the Arboretum I'm going to get, so that this Arbor... I'm gonna see if this one is 11 hours 15 minutes. I do believe this is the one. I'm going to check, if not I'm going to load another one, but I believe that's the one when I already have everything to get into the escape pod. So let's see. Because I don't know if the escape pod will actually launch when there is no gravity already, so let's see. Okay, so I don't have the code for that yet, so let's do it the old-fashioned way. So yeah, I have already been here, which tells me that I should be able to use it. And just for the heck of it, oh, I already did it. So yeah, this is way after. I wanted to destroy the statue again so that he complained again. Oh, I haven't actually. I should have chosen a more recent save, but we're already here, so I might as well just do it and that's it. It's gonna be the same as if I loaded another save, same time cost. What the fuck? So yeah, it's going to be the same, so let's extend the bridge.
Morgan, don't. I'm only a shallow copy of you, and I know better than to abandon Talos 1. If you leave now, you're only delaying the inevitable. Where do you think the Typhon will go next?
Morgan, I don't understand how you got the launch key to that escape pod. Of all the ways the test could have changed you, this was the last one I expected. You just... quitting.
And this is why I didn't do it originally like before, because I didn't want to spoil the ending, the real ending.
This isn't the one.
And they kill him. Okay, so that was the end. This was a very good game. It has a lot of bad things, of course, as any Bethesda game would. It wouldn't be a Bethesda game without having anything, something bad. But yeah, it is a really good game. I would really recommend you to play it. You have seen all of the endings, and well, I hope that you actually enjoyed it. I am going to wait till I upload all of this to start recording something else because this occupied like 200 gigabytes of space in my hard drive. So I am going to wait and I'm going to keep uploading the episodes for this. Most likely, well, not most likely, it's going to be absolutely certain that when you are listening to this, all of the others are updated already, uploaded already. But yeah, I'm gonna wait. It's gonna take about a week or so, one per day. So I am not going to record any other game on the meantime because of space issues in my computer. So after you see this episode, it's probably going to take 1 or 2 more days until I upload something new. So thank you very much for watching again, and I hope that if you liked it, you give it a like in YouTube. It only takes a second, and it will help me a lot actually, because this is just a starting channel. And as I said, I'm not yet a professional. I don't know if I'm going to go professional or not. But as I play video games a lot, why not upload the videos anyway? So if you want to subscribe, I would really appreciate that. And if you want to get notified when I do new updates, you can click the little bell in there somewhere in the screen so that you get notified. Once again, thank you very much for being here, and I'll see you guys in the next playthrough. And of course, unless it's a really, really small game, I am going to do at least 1 hour per episode for every game I play. So that's that. Thank you very much again, and I'll see you guys later.